Welcome, folks, to a story that's all too real for some of us. I'm a 46-year-old guy, married for almost a decade to my wife, who's 41. We've got two great kids, 9 and 7, living a life that, on the surface, looked pretty solid. But here's where it starts to twist. Every summer, her parents fly her and the kids out to Pennsylvania for a week-long visit. Sounds sweet, right? A little family time, some grandparent love. Nothing to raise an eyebrow over. Or so I thought. See, it's not just a trip. It's where this whole mess begins to unravel. What happens when she comes back? Well, that's the hook that'll keep you listening. I'm about to take you through a roller coaster of trust, betrayal, and tough choices. Stuff that hits home for anyone who's ever wondered what's really going on behind closed doors. Stick with me, because by the end, you'll be asking yourself, could this happen to me? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's dive into this together and figure out where it all went wrong. Below is an expanded version of Part 2, written to approximately 1,000 words, designed for an AI, text-to-speech voiceover. It maintains a cohesive narrative, deepens the characters, builds suspense, and is tailored for an American audience over 50 with a relatable and engaging tone. All right, folks, let's pick up where we left off. You've got the setup: me, a 46-year-old husband, my 41-year-old wife, our two kids, and those summer trips to Pennsylvania. Now, let's turn the page to 2 summers ago, when the first cracks started showing. Picture this. It's late July, the kids are buzzing with energy after a week with their grandparents, and my wife steps off that plane back home. I'm there at the airport, arms open, ready for the usual good-to-see-you hug. But something's off. She's distant, like she's physically here, but her mind's still floating somewhere over the Allegheny Mountains. At first, I brush it off. Maybe she's tired, I tell myself. Long flights, chasing after a 9 and 7-year-old. Anyone'd be wiped out, right? But days turn into weeks, and that distance doesn't close. It grows. Now, I'm not one to overthink things. At least, I wasn't back then. I've been married almost 10 years. I know moods come and go. But this wasn't a mood. The affection I was used to, the little things, like a hand on my shoulder or a smile across the dinner table, those dried up. She'd sit on the couch, scrolling her phone, eyes locked on the screen like it held the secrets to the universe. I'd ask, "Everything okay?" She'd nod, mumble a "yeah," and that'd be it. No spark, no connection. And then there's the bedroom. Look, I'm not here to overshare, but let's just say intimacy went from rare to practically extinct. When it did happen, it felt mechanical, like she was checking a box, not sharing a moment. I'd lie there afterward, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I'd done wrong. Then came the real kicker. A few days after one of those rare nights, I started feeling off. You know, down there. Itchy, uncomfortable. Gentlemen over 50, you might know the drill. I head to the doctor, half embarrassed, half confused, and he tells me it's a yeast infection. A yeast infection! I'm no expert, but I know that's not something you just pick up from thin air. He prescribes some antifungal cream, sends me on my way, and I figure it's a fluke. I mean, these things happen, don't they? I mention it to her casually. "Hey, doc says it's a yeast thing. Weird, huh?" She shrugs, barely looks up from her phone. No questions, no concern, just nothing. I let it go. Life moves on. Fast forward to the next summer. She's back from Pennsylvania again. Same trip, same routine. The kids are tan and full of stories about fishing with Grandpa, but her? Same distance, same wall between us. I'm trying to keep things normal, making dinners, cracking jokes with the kids. But it's like I'm living with a ghost. Weeks pass, and we're intimate again. One of those fleeting moments where I think maybe, just maybe, we're turning a corner. Nope. A couple days later, that itch is back. Same deal, same trip to the doctor. He's got that look, like he's seen this before, and hands me the cream again. "Twice in a row, huh?" he says, casual but curious. I nod, force a laugh, but inside my brain's spinning. Twice? Same timing? After she's been away? I'm not a detective, but I'm not stupid either. That's when the suspicions creep in. You know that feeling, folks? The one where your gut's screaming something your heart doesn't want to hear? I start replaying everything. The distance, the lack of affection, the way she'd angle her phone away when I walked by. And now this. 2 infections, both right after her trips. I'm no medical genius, but I know yeast infections can pass between partners. So where's it coming from? Me? I haven't been anywhere, or with anyone. Her? She's been 1,000 miles away for a week each time. My mind starts connecting dots I don't want connected. Is there someone else? Is she picking this up in Pennsylvania and bringing it home to me? I try to shake it off, tell myself I'm paranoid, that 10 years of marriage means something. But the seed's planted, and it's growing fast. I don't confront her yet. I can't. What do you even say? Hey, honey, are you cheating on me and giving me infections? No, I keep it inside. Let it fester. We're barely talking by this point anyway. Months go by and intimacy's a distant memory. I bring up therapy. Figure maybe a professional can crack through whatever's going on. She agrees, but here's the bombshell. She says she's got things to tell me, big things, but only with a therapist there. That stops me cold. What's so heavy she needs a referee to say it? My suspicions go from a whisper to a roar. I start looking. Nothing crazy, just keeping my eyes open. Checking the clock when she's out, noticing how she guards that phone like it's Fort Knox. I don't have proof yet, but I've got a feeling, a bad one. And that, folks, sets the stage for what's coming. 2 summers, 2 infections, and a marriage hanging by a thread. What happens when I finally get the truth? Well, that's where this story takes a turn you won't see coming. Stay tuned. We're just getting started. It's a Saturday, early, maybe 7 a.m. I'm still groggy, rubbing sleep from my eyes, when she hands me her phone. Load up the Universal Studios tickets, she says, casual as can be. She's taking the kids for a day out, 9 and 7, buzzing with excitement about roller coasters and churros. I'm half awake, fumbling with the phone, trying to find the email with the QR codes. Her screen's still on, Instagram open, and I don't mean to snoop. Honest, I don't. But there it is, staring me in the face. A message thread. Not just any thread, folks. This one's glowing red hot. I tap it, more out of reflex than intent, and my heart drops. It's her and some guy, a name I don't know, but he's from Pennsylvania. The words hit me like a punch. Explicit doesn't even cover it. They're talking about things they've done, sexual acts, detailed, shameless, and what she wants to do next time she's out there. I'm scrolling, hands shaking, and it's a full-on affair laid out in black and white. Dates match up, last summer, the summer before. She's been with him on those trips, while I'm home keeping the lights on, thinking she's just visiting her folks. My stomach churns, but I can't stop reading. Then I see it, a line that cuts deeper than the rest. If I come home, you have to love me forever. I'm not going to sneak around. Home? To him? She's not sneaking around because she's already checked out of our marriage. She's not loving me, she's loving him. I'm frozen, standing there in my boxers, phone in hand, kids laughing in the next room about Minions or something. My world's imploding, and they don't even know. I snap pictures of the messages, every damning word, because I know I'll need proof. My brain's a tornado of hurt and rage, but I've got to hold it together. I hand her the phone back, mumble something about the tickets being ready, and stumble through the morning. She doesn't notice a thing, or maybe she does and doesn't care. I head to work, but I'm a mess. Numbers on my screen blur, my chest's tight, and by noon, I can't take it. I clock out early and call my best friend Mike. Meet me at the bar, I say. He's there in 20 minutes. Mike's the kind of guy who's seen me through everything, job losses, my dad's passing, the early days of diaper duty. I spill it all over a couple of beers. The messages, the infections, the years of wondering. I'm crying into my glass, not caring who sees. She's been screwing some guy in PA, I tell him. And I've got the receipts. Mike listens, doesn't sugarcoat it. You've got to end it, man, he says. She's gone. He's right, but hearing it out loud makes it real. I down another drink, wipe my face, and head home, steeling myself for what's next. She's on the couch when I walk in, scrolling that damn phone again. The kids are upstairs playing. I don't want them hearing this. Come outside, I say, voice low but firm. She looks up, surprised, but follows me to the porch. The air's thick, humid. Feels like a storm's brewing. And maybe it is. What's wrong? She asks, like she's clueless. I'm shaking, but I hold her gaze. You know, don't you? She pauses, then nods. Just a small, quiet yes. No denial, no fight. That's when I know it's over for good. Well, our marriage is done, I say. I don't want to talk about it unless it's in court for a divorce. My voice cracks, but I mean every word. She stares at me, then says, Fine. That's it. 10 years, 2 kids, and all she's got is fine. I turn and walk back inside, leaving her on the porch. My head's spinning, but there's a strange relief in saying it out loud. The truth's ugly, but it's out. She's been living a double life, and I've been the fool holding up the stage. What comes next? I don't know yet. Divorce, lawyers, figuring out how to tell the kids. But that moment on the porch was the line in the sand. She's still talking to him. I asked later if she'd cut it off, and she snapped, It's not your business anymore. Maybe it's not. But what is my business is picking up the pieces. So, folks, that's where it all broke open. A phone, a message, and a marriage in ruins. Stick around, because this story's far from over. How do you rebuild when the one you trusted most tears it all down? We'll find out together. The day after I found the messages, I'm still reeling. It's Sunday, and the house feels like a pressure cooker. The kids are oblivious, munching cereal and watching cartoons, while I'm pacing the kitchen, coffee going cold. She's on the couch, scrolling her phone. Business as usual. I can't confront her yet. The kids are too close. But I need answers, something to make sense of this. So, I do something I haven't done in years. I dig. Not her phone this time, but the junk drawer where we toss old mail and receipts. I find a credit card statement from last summer, one I never bothered to check because, well, I trusted her. Big mistake. There it is, buried in the fine print. A hotel charge in Pennsylvania, 2 nights, same week she was visiting her parents. I double-check the dates. Yep, matches the trip. My heart's pounding. She didn't just sneak off, she planned it, paid for it, while I was home mowing the lawn and packing school lunches. I'm fuming. But I keep quiet, stash the statement in my desk. That's my ace in the hole, proof beyond the messages. I'm building a case, not just for me, but for what's coming. Monday rolls around, and I can't focus at work. I'm an accountant. Numbers are my thing. But today, they're just noise. I call my sister Jen instead. She's 50, sharp as a tack, and doesn't mince words. I tell her everything, the distance, the infections, the messages, now this hotel bill. She's playing you, Jen says. No hesitation. You need to talk to her, but not alone. Get a witness. It's a light bulb moment. I don't want this to be a screaming match she can twist later. I need backup. Jen offers to come over that night, play referee. I say yes. Time to rip the Band-Aid off. Evening hits, and Jen's at the door, all business in her nurse's scrubs from the day shift. The kids are at a neighbor's for a play date. Perfect timing. My wife's in the living room, surprised to see Jen, but not alarmed yet. I don't beat around the bush. We need to talk, I say, nodding Jen toward the armchair. About Pennsylvania. Her face tightens. She knows what's up. Jen sits, arms crossed, watching. I pull out the phone photos and the credit card statement, lay them on the coffee table like evidence in a courtroom. You've been with him, I say, voice steady but cold. Hotel bills, messages, don't lie to me. She doesn't flinch, just stares at the papers, then me. What do you want me to say? She finally mutters. It's over, I tell her. This marriage is done. I'm not hashing it out unless it's with a lawyer. Jen cuts in. You've got kids to think about, both of you. Keep it civil. My wife shrugs, almost bored. Fine, do what you want. No tears, no fight, just apathy. It's worse than anger. It's like I'm already gone to her. Jen gives me a look. She's checked out. Let's go. We step outside, leaving her with her phone and her secrets. On the porch, Jen's blunt. She's not sorry, and she's not stopping. You've got to move fast. Protect the kids. Your money. She's right. I've got a new car in my name she's driving, debt piling up, and she's got no income. I can't let her tank me. That night, I call a buddy who's a mechanic. He agrees to quietly repo the car tomorrow while she's out. Harsh? Maybe. But I'm done playing nice. I also dig through our joint account online. Turns out she's been sending small cash transfers, $50 here, $100 there, to some PayPal I don't recognize. More fuel for the fire. By morning, she's still on the couch, silent. I don't tell her about the car. She'll figure it out when it's gone. We trade a few words about the kids' schedules, nothing else. I ask if she's cut off the guy. Not your problem, she snaps, and that's that. She's still in deep, and I'm out here scrambling to hold it together. Jen texts me, "Lawyer up today." She's my compass now, pointing me through the storm. So, folks, that's where we're at. A confrontation with evidence, a sister stepping in, and me pulling levers to protect what's left. The car's about to vanish, the money's a mess, and divorce is looming. What happens when she realizes I'm not backing down? Stick around. This ride's getting wilder by the minute. After that porch showdown, everything shifts. She doesn't fight me, doesn't beg, just says fine, and retreats to the living room. By morning, her pillow's on the couch, a blanket draped over the armrest. She's moved out there, no discussion, no drama, just a quiet surrender to separate corners. The house feels like a DMZ, kids upstairs, me in the bedroom, her on that sagging old sofa. We don't talk, not really. It's all logistics now. I'm taking the kids to school. They need lunch money. Short, clipped, like we're coworkers who don't get along. The air's thick with what's unsaid, but I'm not breaking the ice. She made her choice. I've made mine. The kids notice, though. They're sharp. My 9-year-old Emma asks one night, "Why's Mommy sleeping downstairs?" I freeze, fork halfway to my mouth at dinner. "She's just more comfortable there right now," I say, forcing a smile. Emma shrugs, goes back to her mashed potatoes, but I see the wheels turning. My 7-year-old Ben doesn't ask. He just watches us, big eyes darting between her on the couch and me at the table. I hate this for them. They didn't sign up for a house divided, but here we are. I keep it steady, bedtime stories, homework help, trying to shield them from the storm. But it's a Band-Aid on a broken dam. Days turn into weeks, and this cohabitation thing's a tightrope. Neither of us can afford to move out. Rent's sky high, and our savings? Laughable. The mortgage is in my name, along with everything else. Car loans, credit cards, a mountain of debt I've been juggling solo since her income dried up. She's got no job, no plan, and I'm stretched thin keeping us afloat. We sit down one night, kids asleep, to hash it out. We've got to coexist for them, I say, pointing upstairs. Split bills, stay civil. She nods, but it's hollow. I'll try, she mumbles, eyes on her phone. That phone. Always that phone. I know who's on the other end. I push it. You still talking to him? She looks up, sharp. It's not your business anymore. Her voice is ice, and it cuts deep. Not my business? 10 years, 2 kids, and she's texting her boyfriend while I'm paying the Wi-Fi bill. I want to yell, but I don't. Kids are upstairs. Instead, I lean in. It is if you're here, living off me. She shrugs, goes back to scrolling. That's when I know. She's not just detached. She's shameless. She's in my house, under my roof, still tied to him, and I'm the sucker footing the bill. The next day, I catch her on a call, whispering, laughing, out on the porch. I don't hear much, just enough. Soon, I promise. My blood boils. She's plotting, maybe to leave, maybe to bring him here. I don't know, but it's a gut punch. I start locking my bedroom door at night, not for safety, just for peace. I can't trust her anymore. She's a stranger wearing my wife's face, and I'm stuck sharing space with her. I call my sister Jen, the no-nonsense nurse from last time. She's still in it with him, I tell her. Jen's blunt. She's biding time, draining you. Get her out or get a plan. She's right, but how? I can't evict her. The kids need her here, and I'm not that guy. The tension's unbearable. One morning, Ben spills juice on the couch, her bed, and she snaps at him. Watch it! He flinches, looks at me like I can fix it. I step in, clean it up, tell her to ease up. She glares, storms off. That's our new normal. Short fuses, silent wars. I'm fraying, folks. I can't sleep, can't eat right. Work's a fog. I'm missing deadlines, and my boss pulls me aside. You okay? He asks. I lie, say yeah, but I'm not. Cohabitating for the kids sounds noble, but it's killing me. I'm a ghost in my own home, haunting the edges while she lives her double life. I start researching divorce laws, custody options. Jen says document everything. Her attitude, the phone obsession. I jot notes in a notebook. OCT 12 yelled at Ben over juice. Small stuff, but it adds up. I'm not sure I can keep this up. Living with her indifference, her betrayal still active. She's not even hiding it anymore. Last night, I saw her typing, smiling at the screen, and it hit me. I'm the past. He's her future. How do you share a house with that? So, folks, here I am, trapped in limbo, kids in the balance, her still chasing him while I hold the fort. Can I keep this charade going, or will it break me first? Stay tuned. This story's a marathon, and I'm barely at the halfway mark. It's a Tuesday night, kids are asleep, and I'm at the kitchen table with a calculator, a stack of bills, and a sinking feeling. The mortgage, my name. Credit cards, my name. That shiny new SUV she's been driving? Yep, my name again. I bought it 6 months ago, thinking it'd make her happy. $35,000 loan, 72-month term, all on my credit. My score's a solid 720, took years to build after some dumb moves in my 20s. Now, it's all at risk. She hasn't worked in ages, quit her retail gig when Ben was born, said she'd go back, never did. I've been covering her share, stretching my accountant's salary to keep us afloat. But post-confrontation, she's checked out, and the bills aren't paid by good intentions. I try talking to her about it, calm, practical. We've got to split this, I say, sliding a spreadsheet across the table. Mortgage, utilities, car payment, broken down 50-50. She glances at it, scoffs. I can't pay that. No explanation, no offer, just flat refusal. You've got no job, I say, keeping my cool. How are you planning to live? She shrugs, eyes on her phone, probably texting him. I'll figure it out. That's her line now. Vague, useless. I press harder. The car's in my name, but you're driving it. At least cover the insurance. She shakes her head. I can't. Can't or won't. I'm fuming, but I let it drop. Kids are upstairs, and I'm not yelling. Next day, I check the joint account. Something I should have done sooner. It's a mess. Withdrawals I didn't make. $200 at a gas station 300 miles away. $50 at some diner in PA. All from last summer. She's been siphoning cash, likely for her trips, while I'm paying the electric bill. My stomach drops. I call the bank, freeze the account. Too late to claw back what's gone, but I'm done bleeding money. She notices that night, storms into the kitchen. Why's my card not working? She demands. Because you're spending what I earn on him, I snap. She glares, says nothing, walks away. Point made, but the damage is done. The car's the breaking point. She's still driving it. Groceries, kid drop-offs, like it's hers. I call my mechanic buddy, Dave, who helped finance it. Can we repo it? I ask. He hesitates. It's yours legally, but she's got possession. Tricky. I don't care. I'm not letting her joyride on my dime. Dave agrees to tow it next time she's out. No fuss. 2 days later, she's at the park with the kids. Dave snags it from the lot. She calls me, livid. "Where's the car?" "Repossessed," I say. "Can't pay, can't drive." She hangs up, comes home fuming, but doesn't fight. Maybe she knows she's got no leg to stand on. Bills keep piling, though. Electric's overdue, $180. She won't chip in, so I pay it, dipping into savings meant for the kids' college fund. I draft an agreement, her share, due dates, signatures, hand it to her. "Sign this. We'll make it work." She reads it, tosses it back. "Not signing anything." I'm stunned. "You're living here free," I say. "I'll figure it out," she repeats, like a broken record. Figure it out with what? His money? She's got no plan, and I'm sinking. My credit's still good, but late payments loom. She's not paying her half, and I can't cover it all forever. I call Jen, my sister, my lifeline. "She's tanking me financially," I tell her. Jen's fierce. "Cut her off, utilities, car, everything. Force her hand." I've already got the car, but the rest? Mortgage can't be split, and I won't let the kids lose heat. Jen pushes. "Lawyer up now, she's a leech." She's right, divorce is the only way out. But I need cash for that, and she's draining me dry. I start small, cancel her phone line, switch it to my plan only. She notices, doesn't care. Guess he's keeping her connected. Nights are sleepless now. I'm crunching numbers, imagining creditors calling, my credit score crashing. She's on the couch, carefree, while I'm drowning in her mess. The kids sense it. Emma asks why I'm stressed. Ben hugs me more. I hold it together for them, but I'm cracking. She's got no income, no shame, and I'm the fool who tied it all to my name. Divorce looms, but how do I pay for it when she's already taken so much? So folks, here's the ledge I'm on. Debt mounting, credit at risk. Her refusing to budge while I fight to keep the lights on. Can I claw my way out, or will she drag me under? Stick with me. This story's a battle, and I'm not done swinging.